So, welcome back, guys. Today we're talking about past continuous. That is in an English file pre-intermediate past continuous. Let me underline this part. Okay, yeah. So today we are talking about it's English file pre-intermediate unit 2 part B, the grammar part, past continuous. Okay, so get ready. Okay, so what we do? We, the definition. The definition is we use past continuous to describe an action, that was in progress in the past in a specific time. Okay, so remember we use past continuous to talk about an action that was in progress in the past in a specific time. I should change this. That was in progress in a specific time in the past or past. Okay, so in theory what we say that we use past continuous to describe an action that was in progress in a specific time in the past. زمان گذشته جاری در مورد عملهایی صحبت میکنه که در گذشته در جریان بود در یک وقت معین. مثلا for example, this action was in the progress in the past. At 8 o'clock this morning, comma, it's time expression. So when you use time expression at the beginning of the sentence, what do? After time expression, you use a comma because I was having my breakfast. I was having my breakfast. Okay, so what does it say? At 8 o'clock this morning. This is specific time in the past because morning is past now. Now it's afternoon. I was having my breakfast. So I was having my breakfast. This is a past continuous and this is time expression. Okay? That's it. Next example. Okay, so next example number 2. We were having, we were watching TV at this time yesterday. Okay, so look at this one. We were watching TV at this time yesterday. ما تلویزیون می‌دیدیم در این وقت دیروز. So that means this action is what? This action was in what? In progress. Okay, first, this is first definition. Next one, let's go to second definition. Okay, second one, استفاده دومش چی میشه؟ We often use the past progressive or past continuous. We often use past progressive or past continuous to describe the situation. Oh my God. To describe the situation at the beginning of a story or narrative. Okay, so for example, you want to describe a situation, okay? Situation that was in progress in the past. You want to describe a scene, okay? You want to describe what? A scene in the past. Now, for example, let me give you an example. For example, I say, what do I say? It was raining. It was raining. The kids were playing in the rain. My mom was having a coffee by the window. Look at this one, guys. My mom was having a coffee by the window. من اینجا چی کردم؟ یک صحنه را تشریح کردم. Okay? Describe a situation. این را تبدیل میکنم a scene. I will not change it. I will just write in bracket a scene. A scene at the beginning. Translation. ترجمه تعریف دوم چی میشه؟ We often use the past continuous or past progressive to describe the situation or scene at the beginning of a story or narrative. میگه ما اکثرا استفاده میکنیم از گذشته جاری تا تشریح کنیم یک حالت را، صحنه را در شروع یک قصه یا هم یک حکایت. Okay? مثلا, for example, it was raining, باران میبارید. The kids were playing in the rain. اطفال بازی میکردن در باران. And my mom was having a coffee by the window. و مادرم قهوه میخورد در پهلوی یک کلکین. And در پهلوی کلکین. به این معنا, what I did, I made a scene, I made a scenario, I just explained the situation in the beginning of the story, okay? And then what do you do? When suddenly my dad called. Okay? When suddenly my dad called. وقت دفعتاً پدرم تماس گرفت. First, what I have to do, I'll give you the structure. Okay? The structure for what? For past continuous. The structure for past continuous. First is positive sentences. Positive sentences. Okay? For example, I was sleeping in my room. I was sleeping in my room. Let me see. I was sleeping in my room. First I have subject, and then we have was or were, and then we have verb ing, and then we have complement. Now look at this one, guys. The subject is I here. I'm talking about myself. You know, the doer is me. And then we have helping verb of past continuous is was and were. And then our verb, this is our verb infinitive. Our verb must take what? ing form. This is the ing form of the verb. Next example. We were cooking lunch. We were cooking lunch. Now, we is the subject, and we used were. The helping verb here is were. Why? Because the subject is plural, and then verb ing. Then what? Verb ing. Okay? So then, next is negative sentences. Yeah? Negative sentences. What do you do for negative sentences? Let me give you. Okay, so for example, she wasn't listening to the teacher. She wasn't listening to the teacher. First you have subject, and then was or were plus not, because it's negative sentences, and then you have verb. Your verb must take ing form, and then you have close bracket, and then you have complement. Easy, tup tup. So look at this one. She is our subject, and then you have was, were, and then you have not. What is the negative form? I mean, short form of was, wasn't, is, was not, because it's usually a narrative tense. Okay. narrative tense یعنی زمانهای حکایتی است. بنابراین این معمولا در حکایت یا در قصه یا در گفتاری استفاده میکنیم شکل کوتاهش. Not, and then we have verb ing. That's it. Next example. They weren't playing soccer. They weren't playing soccer. They, and then you have were. چرا were گرفت؟ بخاطر که این جمع هست. And then you have not. See? Not. And then you have verb ing. And then you have complement. This is our verb ing. Let me underline this one as well. And as well as this one. Okay. And then you have questions. Questions. In questions we have short answers. Okay. Short answers. Yeah. So look at this one. What do? You bring the helping verb at the beginning. Was he drinking? My drinking is drinking. Was he drinking tea? Was he drinking tea? What do you have first? Was or were as helping verb. I should make it capital because it comes in the beginning of the sentence. And then you have subject, and then you have verb ing. Sorry for the verb. And then plus complement, and then you have question mark. And in answer, what do you say? Yes. Was he drinking tea? Yes, he was. Or if he wasn't, you say no, he wasn't. That's it. Next question. So this is my question, and this is the structure, and this is my what? Answer. We will do it like this, it becomes easier. Next one. Next question, I say, were your parents watching TV? Question mark. Yes, if they were watching, of course, you say yes, they were. If they were not watching, you say no, they weren't. No, they weren't. No, they weren't. Okay, so see structure. Were or was. You see? Were or was. Subject, the parents is plural. You see, parents. So I used what? Were. And then verb takes ing and then complement. The answer must be in the form of helping verb. And then WH question. Next is WH questions. Okay? WH questions means informative questions or questions that provides us a lot of information. For example, I say, what were you doing when I called? When I called you. What were you doing when I called you? First you have WH, and then you have was or were, plus subject, plus verb ing, plus complement and question. Okay? And then in the answer you can use past continuous. These are our answers. Yeah? I was sleeping in my room. I was talking with my mom, we were having lunch and blah blah. Who were you talking to on the phone? Who were you talking to on the phone? Who were you talking to on the phone? First, what do we have? WH plus was were plus verb ing and then complement. That's it. And now let me tell you one more thing. Which one I can use? Past simple or past progressive or continuous. I usually repeat both the names because you will hear mostly past continuous or past. So the other name for past continuous is past progressive. Okay, so listen. First, let me give it a bullet. Yeah. Past simple is used to talk about what? Finished action, 1. Completed action, 2. Okay? Past simple is used to talk about finished action or completed action. This is the main difference. For example, I watched a movie. So this action is completed and the time is what? Specific. Okay? She read a story. She read a story to me. She read a story to me yesterday. Or you can say last Friday. Okay? So see, this action is done. I watched a movie last night. That means I completed watching a movie, or that movie was finished. That's it. But when I say past continuous, okay? Past continuous, it says an action that was, let me write what I'm talking about. I'm talking about past continuous. Yeah. Past continuous. What I say? An action that was in progress and past. Yeah? It was progress in the past. For example, but it may or may not be. Let me put a comma here. It may or may not be completed, because you don't know the completion, whether the action was completed or not. For example, we were watching a movie last night. That means, I don't know, did you complete watching the movie or the movie finished? Okay, did the movie finish or not? Because we don't know. Next one. Ali was listening to music. Because you don't know, did the song finish? Did his listening to a song was finished or not? Now, let's talk about one more thing. I hope so you understood this, okay? When the action is completed, you use simple past. When you don't know this action was completed or not, you use what? You use past continuous. Okay, see these examples. It will be clear. Okay? So now, next thing. Why? Yeah, using past simple and past continuous together. Now we will use past simple and past continuous together. Now how? As you know, look at these usage. When an action is completed, you use what? Past simple. When an action is in progress, you use past continuous. You don't know the completion, okay? What does it say? Okay, use the simple past for a completed action in the past. Use the past continuous for an action in progress before or at the time of past simple action. For example, look at this one. Okay, for example, I say simple past, it's a noun, can cut cut an action in past continuous. That means it can interrupt or completely cut an action. It can disturb. Simple past can disturb an action that is in the past continuous. For example, I was watching, sorry, I was doing my homework. Yeah, when homework, man. When my dad opened the door. I was doing my homework when my dad opened the door. Look at this one. This action was in progress in the past, and then what happened? So simple past, what it did? It interrupted. So what I said, simple past can cut or can interrupt. Can interrupt an simple past can interrupt an action in past continuous. Okay, interrupt means to cut an action, to disturb an action in the progress. Okay, next example. While I was taking shower, the power went off. So you were taking a shower, okay? Then what happened? The power went off, okay? So these are the conjunction you have to use, while and when. It doesn't matter which clause you are using first, simple past clause or past continuous clause, okay? Okay, no problem. Thank you so much. I hope so you understood.